OH, baby. OH. Whew. I want to apologize. I threw out my voice, yelling, making it short.
OH, baby. We are back. We are back.
So I can't give you the hype intro that I normally do after a big Ohio State win, but golly, man, what a win. I'm pumped. What a win for Ryan Day, the program, and I think ending Michigan's momentum. And we'll talk about that whole what does this win mean another day. I just want to talk about grades. I got my markers. I'm ready to roll. I'm going to jump on the whiteboard. There'll be clips playing out throughout. I appreciate everyone who checked out my pregame stuff. I pretty much nailed this game. Like literally nailed it right down the middle. Everything that Ohio State succeeded on and why they would win, they actually did. They ended up winning 27-9. Oh, baby. All right, let's do some grades here, and then we'll get on with our day and celebrate the win. But wow, holy cow, what a day. We'll start with Ryan Day, A+, baby. What did Ryan Day need to do? He just needed to play Ohio State game, baby. He just needed to play Ohio State's game. What is Ohio State's game? Power run game, and then on the outside one-on-one, you attack. That's all it is. That's their entire offensive scheme. That's what gave them a national championship last year. Ohio State was the best run team in the playoffs last year. And then you add the talent at wide receivers. That's what makes their offense so special. Ryan Day dealing with adversity. A+, congratulations. So happy for you. Moore, Michigan's coach. D, not aggressive enough. When your team is less skilled, you got to be more aggressive. He didn't come out and he wasn't aggressive, okay? Julian's saying, well played, man. I was worried about you just because you're a young kid, man. You still look like a kid, for God's sake. A, incredible. Can't give you A+. That pick was absolutely terrible, but nonetheless, 233 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, a lot of good balls, a lot of good check downs. Check downs to the tight end, very impressive. Not forcing the ball deep against Tate when Tate was somewhat open. I love that. Just stay in your rhythm, stay in your zone, get your read set. Absolutely beautiful. Congratulations. Underwood, D, 0 sign of anything impressive that entire game. Blame it on the coaches, blame it on you. I don't know, but that was, from a Michigan standpoint, absolutely terrible. All right, then let's go through the offense. There's so many good guys here, guys. Bo Jackson, I thought, was the highlight of the offense. 22 carries, 117 yards, 5 yards per carry. So many good runs. That juke move in the first quarter was just to get separation and gain that extra 20 yards. That was absolutely remarkable. So many good, just intelligent runs, finding the hole, getting the most yards out of a carry that you can. Right, we don't talk about that a lot, but you know they're great running backs. They find a way to get the extra 3 yards. They find a way to get the extra 5 yards, and then they eventually break one. I said this in my halftime video. You cannot take this guy off the field. He has to carry the rock every single time. I don't want to see anyone else carrying the rock. That's how lethal he was. Bo Jackson, in my opinion, the all-star of the offense for this game. Absolutely beautiful, man. Congratulations to you. Smith, 3 catches, 40 yards, 1 touchdown. I actually thought that was out of bounds, but you know it's hard to overturn that. You know we're talking centimeters, but nonetheless, huge touchdown catch, Jeremiah Smith. And when you're a really good player, you don't need huge numbers, man. You just need your team to win. Absolutely love it. Tate, once again, incredible game by you two. A lot of good routes. I know everyone's going to talk about that deep route, but that hitch route, what was it, in the second quarter to get the first down, that was absolutely beautiful. 5 catches, 82 yards, 1 touchdown. The tight ends, man, I talked about this in the pregame. I'm the only person on the entire internet that I even heard talk about the tight ends. The tight ends for Ohio State are the real deal, and they were the reason why I thought we were going to win. Literally, I said it so much. I thought we were 17 points better than Michigan, but I thought we would win by 10 just because Ohio State and Michigan games are so close, usually, even if there is a talent gap. But the tight ends, Claire, Bennett, and Kadmarak, which I'm not saying your name right, sorry. But nonetheless, those 3 guys played so damn well. And I'm going to get into what they did so well on the whiteboard. I'm going to really show it, but just the fact that their run game was so good, they're in the pass game. That's exactly what Ohio State needed to be successful today, and that's what we haven't had in the past. So absolutely beautiful. I also want to give Ennis a shout out. 2 catches, 12 yards, and a big 2 catches for 12 yards. Also a punt return, catching the ball, making sure it's safe and all that. Also he had a touchdown. So just impressive game. You're coming in, filling in your role, doing the little things right to make your team win. Absolutely beautiful. Overall offense, I'm going to give an A+. They did everything they needed to do to win this football game. All right, let's talk about the defense. Wow, okay, here we go. 4-2-5. I was a little bit worried about it when we first started the game because Michigan was getting, really good run game going, especially in that first drive. And I'm thinking man, we need to get more pressure closer to the line of scrimmage because literally we're getting hit 3 yards into our backfield as a defense. So we need to, be getting hit at the line of scrimmage. We need to be fighting. So what did Matt Patricia do? He spun down Styles. So essentially, this is Michigan's defense, but nonetheless, Styles normally hanging out here. He zoomed in over here, got closer to the line of scrimmage. They also started doing some blitz packages. Reese, rather impressive, a lot of good plays. I know Joel Klatt was highlighting that. Jackson Jr., the defensive lineman, I think to be the highlight of the defense today. Unbelievably remarkable job. I mean, in the backfield, tackles for a loss in the run game, sacks against Underwood, just pressure, really good form. I mean, the entire defensive line, we talked about this, they're the most athletic defensive line that Ryan Day's had. There's other defensive lines that he's had that have had more famous marketed names, but this defensive line group can do it all. They can rush the passer, they're really good in the run game, and they can even drop back in coverage. All right, this defensive line, I'm telling you right now, that's another reason I chose Ohio State to win so big is because I thought this defensive line was going to be the first defensive line in Ryan Day's tenure that could truly stop Michigan's run consistently. Absolutely remarkable. I'm going to give them an A+ as well. Great work. I mean, against your rival, only giving up 9 points, not even a touchdown. Absolutely beautiful. All right, and special teams, Ohio State, I'm going to give them an A. Terrible punt. I still think about that. When you're on the 40 and you're punting, you don't want to touch back because it's only a 20-yard punt. You want to pin them deep. But nonetheless, some big field goals. I'm going to give them an A. No mistakes. In terms of Michigan's offense, let's just jump over here and finish it. Offense, D. Nothing. They didn't really challenge Ohio State really at all. A couple good drives, a couple good runs, but nothing consistent. Defense, D. You can't give up 27 points to your rival. I mean, it's bottom line. Special teams, I'll give that an actual B. Actually, I'm going to give that an A. I thought Michigan special teams, some big field goals. I mean, literally 3 for 3 on field goals is pretty good. Overall crowd, super important. We always judge the crowd. I actually thought there was too many Ohio State fans there for Michigan to feel comfortable. I'm looking up and I'm seeing so much red. I'm like, geez, where are the Michigan fans this year? This is laughably, this is a joke. I mean, everyone know that Ohio State was just going to kick Michigan's ass. I don't know, but that crowd, I'm going to give a C to. Buckeye crowd that came, I'll give them an A because it's always tough going to Michigan, I can tell you that right now. So what happened that was so smart in terms of Ohio State's offense was with their tight ends. And Ohio State was struggling in the first quarter because we were running power, but we were bringing over offensive linemen, and Michigan was just shooting the gap on us. And it happened a couple times, and then we just couldn't get it going until we just kept all the linemen home and essentially just worked up together. Block who's in front of you, and then we used the tight end game to come in and run power. And then once we started doing that, that's when Bo Jackson started getting those 10-yard carries. He'd go 4, 10, 8, 15, in a row, and we got really comfortable. And once again, this game, the margins are so tight. You don't always want to lean on the pass game. You don't want to lean on the pass game because the pass game, there's so much margin of error. Being able to pick up the first down on the run is such an ease of use. It's low liability football. And that's in this pressured game so important. Okay, so that's where the tight ends became huge. They also, did some play action, roll out. We hit them on a couple passes that way. I mean, just tight ends are just a cheat code in football, and the fact that we have 3 tight ends that can all play is just a remarkable thing. And going forward, I'm just telling you guys, keep an eye on the tight ends. Where the tight ends go is usually where the ball goes. Watch them lead block. Very impressive group we have this year. All right, let's talk about the outside. Let's talk about Jeremiah Smith, and let's talk about Tate. Both huge games, and we talked about this in the pregame. Anytime you are ISO'd one-on-one with anyone, corner, safety, doesn't matter, you got to throw the ball to him, Julian's saying. We talked about it. It's got to be in the offense, Ryan Day. Anytime you get these 2-star receivers one-on-one, you got to give them a chance. I don't care the down. I don't care the field position. All right, that's what essentially, with this run game and attacking aggressively, that's what makes Ohio State's offense so freaking great. So you got to do it. And we didn't do it much last year against Michigan, and we did it a lot in the playoffs. And you saw that both times where we had long throws to these guys is because they're one-on-one. And you test it. And Julian Saint is so accurate. I mean, that kid is so damn accurate with the football that just made us today such a tough team to beat. All right, going forward, we got IU, Ohio State. That one hits home to me because I grew up an Ohio State fan, but I went to IU. I will have many videos on that. I already put out a video last week on that game, but after seeing today's game, I'll even have more content, more insights on who's going to win that game. I'm not going to tell you who now. I think I need to sit back and relax. Right now I have this like urge to pick Ohio State, but I need to go back, watch the tape, really understand the schematics of really understand the schematics and the matchup. But I think today was a huge growing day for Ohio State because the truth about this Ohio State team was they didn't play anyone yet. They really had no adversity. And you can say, well, they're that good, they didn't reach adversity. And that's a fair comment. But at the same time, seeing them get in a pressured, crazy intensity environment, absolutely huge for this group going forward. Absolutely huge for this group going forward. But go Bucks, everybody should be celebrating, drink a beer, go on a run. You know, if you got snow in Columbus, like enjoy it, jump in it, have a good time. But geez, wow, what a win for Ohio State. I'm so happy for Ryan Day, you know, because I feel like once again, you're stopping the momentum of the Michigan program. I would love for Ohio State to win a couple in a row, and then we can look back and say, the only years we ever lost to Michigan was the years they cheated. Or at least those 2 years that they definitely cheated, because right now their head coach is like one of the guys who's literally involved in that. So I hope we just kick their ass over and over and over again. Huge win for the program. Ryan Day recruiting, momentum, transfers, the environment. We're at home next year. I can't wait. I'm a one-game season guy. I care about meeting Michigan over even a national championship. That's just how I am. It's just how I roll. And the fact that we had such good run game, attack on the pass game, all these grades, a young quarterback playing his first game against Michigan, throwing a pick in the first quarter, honestly the first drive, coming back and responding with 233, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. You gotta like where you're at as an Ohio State fan. All right, guys, please subscribe. I got a lot more content coming. I'll be here, Ohio State, IU, a lot more content, and then even into the college football playoff. Go Bucks, baby. Go Bucks.